It's funny, she keeps asking me, it's a surprise, she keeps saying, what is the surprise?
What is this? Oh. Oh, they're so cute. Hi. Hello. This is so funny. The thought scares. It's so funny. That's so funny.
Of course that was Piggy.
Oh my god, it's Ellie. She looks so pretty. It's Tothy.
I bet when he got tackled on the carpet.
Like, who are you? Who are you? Oh my god!
Thoth, Sarah Kernigan, and Lynn O'Hara.
Oh my god!
Thoth refers to the subject of the film, S.K. Thoth, the San Francisco violinist who performs a one-man opera and sings in his own mythical language.
We thank security for letting Thoth play on the red carpet. World where people are waging so much war, this man takes to the street and wages love nearly every day of his life. And so I hope that he will think of this as all that love coming right back at him. Thank you.
Oh my god, it's so well done, Ted.
Thank you. Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry!
Day that we can mark that the whole world is liberated and free to charge. Charge.
Oh, it's going to go straight to his head.
Very articulate.
There she goes!
I think that it's going to bring total and complete love.
I get to be exactly as I am. And I don't have to be bored. And I don't have to be good. I can be brutal.
What?
I don't have to be a boy or a girl, I can be a girl.
I can be a girl!
Yeah.
Yo, that was so nice to see!
Yeah. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Ted. He's crying.
Yeah, you too.
He's crying.
I'm not crying.
Why is he crying? Why is he crying?
You can't film me when I'm crying.
Yes, I can. Bye, Ted. Goodbye. Here we go. Another adventure. Stunningness. Pretty stunning. Prettiness. Look at all the redwood trees. So this is Boonville. My friend Scott. We missed the other place, but they have really nice scones here, Scott said.
We're going to see Michael in a little bit.
Yeah, would you tell me that again, just
All
for me?
right, so I know this gentleman here because he performed at my sister-in-law's wedding 20-something years ago in Tilton Park, where he got stung by a bee in an unfortunate location.
An unfortunate location. Yes,
Ananda and Tenere.
Ananda and Tenere, who are still married.
I'm so happy.
That's wonderful.
That's one of the things when you play for a wedding, you hope people stay married.
So here we are at Sylvia's house. I'm going to start doing my makeup soon. Be a kitty.
Is that what
Be a
happened?
kitty. He's a kitty cat. So cute.
That's my kind of fun.
What was he doing? What was he doing? He's getting used to it. He's getting used to it. He's getting used to it. Do it. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Sell it to the FBI.
I'm just gonna keep the camera on it so you do something funny again.
I just did. I just went on the floor.
On the floor. See, it was that funny. So you went ah ha ha ah ha. Depending on how funny it is, he goes the further.
You come up, we'll do a little dance and
Okay.
go into
and do stuff
Something.
together. And we're gonna be so tired.
So you want me to hang out for 7 fucking songs?
Ow! Ow! You stepped on my toe! Isn't that funny?
Yes. Oh yes. If you haven't done this, when we break for intermission, please do, or we'll pass it around. Yeah.
I'm starving.
Scott helps him.
So,
Look at the camera.
I'm waiting for everybody to send us. Are you ready?
I think you might have
They're
to
ready.
so they can
You're jingling.
Okay, great. So I want everybody to shut your eyes for a moment and go within. Let's take a nice deep breath and let it go with a sigh. Just make yourself present. Because together we're about to witness a miracle. Something so magical.
Please make me cry.
And enchanting. Tribal Baroque.
We're just getting warmed up. Blessings to you all. Blessings. Blessings for saying that we need to love.
I'm so wow. This is
What do we think of that?
You have been looking at two of our characters in our opera. Now they're making love. You don't want to do that? Yes, I'm sorry, you're right.
That comes later.
We give more when people give more back to us. That's why we're so tired. We get so much energy.
That's so well said, though.
The more energy. Oh, don't apologize. How could you? I feel like we're breaking the spell when we start to talk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry. We're people, by the way.
Oh, God. That's good, sweetie.
Is that good?
That's,
I feel like I really do feel it.
you're feeling the love. That's what's happening.
I just feel.
Yeah, really something. So now we're doing the love-making music.
Yeah, that's all we do, I guess.
That's all we do.
God, but like. That was the best sex ever. Not like I know.
We like it too.
What?
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die.
You cannot imagine how much I would love that. To die in playing, oh my God.
Yeah.
Give it my
Perfect
all.
opportunity.
I'm out of shape because we were.
No, you're not. You're fine. You're perfect, just the way you are. But you're very I'm a virgin, by the way, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is our sex. There's nothing better. But I think so.
It's a type of tantra.
Yeah, come closer.
I'm coming. All right. Let me sing here. Yeah.
Oh, God.
We'll fill you up here for this one. The beginning of our.
Wait, I want to say something real fast. I love this audience like this. I'm like suddenly seeing people.
That is so cute.
I love this audience because you respond instead of going.
Yeah. You laugh. You.
Yeah, you respond.
Because I'm funny.
Why are you falling all over the floor?
It's just what I feel.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, we play everywhere in the world, but a lot of times we've been on the street, and the
Can you imagine doing this to
so-
people on the street?
And people.
No, they go do that. They go do that.
And if I look at them, they kind of run away. So, here, it's so nice I can look at you, and you're not going to go, ah! You can't get away.
You have such a magical unicorn.
Doesn't she?
Thank you. I'm going for aliens, but whatever.
Alien and magical.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe anglerfish?
Some of you might have known of the death if you were very involved in the music world recently. It was a large person. And I think Scott mentioned him.
John Perry Barlow died recently.
And somebody knows if you know who that is.
Hi, Scott.
By synchronicity, serendipity, or whatever that is,
We're living in the house.
we were
where
living
he
in the
died.
house where he died.
Wow.
We did not know who he was.
No, not really. And,
Lyricist for the Grateful Dead.
Say again?
Lyricist for the Grateful Dead.
yeah.
Quite
Yes.
from Pronoia.
Yeah.
Pronoia, yeah. I
Bob
saw
Weir
that.
was over at the householdist, yes. But I'm a dunce. I don't know anything about music.
So we played for his wake and for his death, and his body was there, and somebody took a video, and his spirit was right between us.
If you'd like to
If
see
you'd like
an
to see it,
amazing
we
photograph.
have proof.
Wow.
Spirits are real.
Wow.
Spirits are real.
His daughter saw us in the park
Right.
and heard us play a song. Just serendipitous, walking through the park. Oh, like that, and we love this piece. Anyway, her father dies soon after that. She comes to the house. We're there. We play for the.
And she asked us to play this song.
And this is just this.
And that was last week.
That
That's
was on
that
Friday.
is last week.
Wow.
And in between our visit to you, Sylvia, how about that?
Yeah,
Like
so-
this is like major week. Wow.
If you're wondering, the lights are controlled by spirit.
Right.
That's
Oh,
not.
that was
Oh yeah, it's totally. Yeah.
It's so cool.
And faulty electricity, but.
this for some
I'm
reason.
gonna tell you a funny story
I get
about
sweaty.
lights.
I don't know why.
You know, we don't usually use them because we're told the electricity, like, if it does that, there could be a short. We only do it for shows.
What kind of love can we give you to back you up?
Oh, it's so nice. Thank you.
Yeah, we're here. We got you.
Michael's one of those people. We've been playing with him sporadically for so long that we can just play and music happens. That's the same thing that happened when I first met Thoth. We just started singing together and it just went, oh, that sounds cool. You know, it's the same thing happened with Michael. He's very sensitive, and so we always manage to make something happen. It's really special.
Thank you.
It's
Michael's fault.
It's Michael's fault. Okay. Michael's wonderful, isn't he? In the same way that you guys give us energy, he gives us energy. Yay!
Maybe some questions too, since you
Yeah. Whatever you wanted. Everybody seems just to be hanging out.
Well, that's a two-pronged question. They can hurt one end and the other end too. It is a language because it's a musical language, but it's understandable through the feelings and through a different body than the usual. The linear language, it surpasses the linear language as it is.
The letters have Case in point.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I mean, understand it. You understand what's happening.
Yeah.
You're feeling something, but we're not telling you what you should feel.
So you can really create your own story.
So you can create your own story. Our music has a story, but it's different for everybody. So, and that's the power of it, is it challenges people to be imaginative with music. Or not, they can just listen and close their eyes, whatever. You know, we're not saying, oh, I love you, and you just
Yes,
know
we
that.
do.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Somebody asked us that once. They said, what are you saying? And I said, I love you, I love you, I love you. That's what we're saying to each
Yeah,
other.
pretty much.
And everybody else. And they either are accepting that love or not.
For a minute there, it sounded like Portuguese or
Yes,
operatic.
I use Portuguese sounds because
been in
we were
Portugal?
there for a while. So I mean, they do this thing called ow, and that's pretty cool.
Wow, yeah.
And they don't do it that strong. But they hear it. So you try to say that to them, and you don't have that correct thing, and it's really quiet.
Sure.
They will say, "What are you talking about?" Or not like that. Portuguese.
Yeah, say it.
So, and some African countries also have languages which use different sounds than Western ears.
Sure.
And they're quiet, and you think you said the same word, but you said something differently. Ours is somewhat like that in a sense because we're using all those different sounds, as many sounds as we can think of.
We also sing, we perform in so many different countries, so we don't want to leave people out by singing in a certain language.
And the sounds of that country are fun to use.
It's also, we improvise a lot. It's a lot of our music is improvisatory, and we couldn't do it if we were saying, and then I went to the market and I felt like this, and it just, it loses the.
Yeah.
But Mama's pretty universal.
Yeah.
Mama is universal. And that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why I do that there too.
And do you guys perform separately and together, or
No,
you guys?
no, we are together. We're married for life, and I was performing alone, I guess, before I met him, and he was performing seriously alone before I met him, because he's much older than me. But ever since we started performing together, we perform together.
When did that happen? When did we start?
October 11th, 2008. Hi.
10 years ago.
About 10
Yeah, we're
years
on
ago.
our
We're on our
10th.
10th anniversary. And,
Blessings, Scott.
hi, Scott. We love you, Scott.
What are some of the bigger gigs that you guys have had? Do you have Burning Man or?
No,
Yeah, we've been to
fucking
Burning
hate
Man,
Burning
but Burning
Man.
Man,
Fuck Burning Man.
he outlined. I really want to answer that question though.
What question?
The Burning Man thing.
Oh.
Burning Man is in a water table and it's alkaline, so it just will burn our throats into crisps.
Oh, yeah.
And we try it.
Yeah.
It was
And if
horrible.
we can't sing, we can't go there.
Yeah.
So we travel where the love is. Say again?
Oregon Country Fair?
Yes.
We did that too. It's the
But-
same kind of dry air. And we were out on the road, and the dust is coming. And by the end, my voice was shot for a week.
Oh, so you guys
And they
are
don't care.
Super careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the instruments that we've been given are extreme, and we treat them with devotion because we know they're gifts. So that requires a certain type of living style that we do.
But
And we practice.
our work is very fragile because we do it acoustically.
Right.
The violins are very fragile. They're like the body, So we try not to do that. We've done it, but I had a bad experience.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Really, you want to go there?
we did an interesting.
Excellent.
The coolest gig we've done so far, I guess, is we did a really cool thing where we were commissioned to write an opera in Martha's Vineyard, and there were some kind of famous people that came. Nothing happened because they're all rich and they're rich,
It's like you never say.
Hi. And but we wrote Echenier, which is the first couple pieces that we played for you, and it was a really inspiring year for us.
What year?
It was like 2014, 15. We were actually given money by someone who loved us, who said, "Here's money to write music and
Nice.
we were safe for a year.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was nice.
But that's nothing compared to how we feel now. We really weren't with anybody. Nothing was different in our lives. We were committed, and we wrote it over a year, and we were alone.
The person who asked us to do that forbid us to invite certain other people who we wanted, like
We wanted to bring
Michael to be there.
She said no.
And her actor friend, who is extraordinary, he needs to be here.
Oh.
He's quite special. Another mutant.
We wanted to bring people on, and they
It
said
had
no.
some strings attached to it, huh?
Yeah. So.
Well, he's young.
Well, no, it was money. So
Yeah, he's young.
rich money people. So we did it. We had a lot of hope that it was going to be this big thing, and we were going to be, finally people would recognize us, and it didn't happen.
It's happening now.
And it's happening now.
interesting.
Everything is, all those things we wanted then, community and love and support, is happening now. And we don't need any of those people. We completely went away from all those people. So, wow.
It's an interesting thing to be a guerrilla performer, because it's difficult to sort out love. And we are giving all we can, but there are many people who have spoken to us of love, and then they just disappear from our lives. And we're pretty faithful, as you can see. And so we love love, and we love people who are committed to their love, and we are surrounded by them right now.
Right now.
Like I see it everywhere, everywhere. Blessings to you all.
On that note, we're doing a little facelift on their website, and then we're gonna start promoting them to event producers. And you can imagine a lot of different situations where this could be really interesting. You know, maybe it would be front and center, or maybe it would be in the background. Maybe it'd be going through the botanical garden. Maybe it would be a particular event. I ask you to think about it. Think about that, and think about who you know that can get them there. And you can talk to me, you can talk to them, and let's make this happen for them.
Thank you.
They're such amazing performers, and they shouldn't be able to make a living on the street, right?
We've been out on the street for like 10 years, basically.
Let's change that together, okay? Let's shift this up for them.
So I have one thing when you say that is I'm part
Yeah.
of a community, and they get together every June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday thing. But
yeah, so
it's a show. The performers don't get paid, but there's a big community of people, and most people that come, then you have all those people, like 300 people.
Where is
and
it?
there are people. It's
Camp Navarro.
Navarro, is it
Oh, we know where that is,
outside?
actually.
Like,
We just passed there.
North Venice,
Yeah, we
Right.
just passed there.
is it like a festival
South
type
Madison.
situation?
It's not.
Just a gathering kind of thing?
Yeah.
So, and we could talk about these things later, but let's leave I'm gonna put an email list, and everybody who wants to help, let's put the list, and you can put your email, and I'll be in touch with you. Can we do it that way?
Yeah.
Let's do it that way, because I think some people probably will wanna leave, or there's just a few more people wanna.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I would love
Great.
to hear how you met one another.
Yeah, that's quite a story.
Yes, that's great. Thank you.
I was going to theater school in New York City. I had this very strong feeling that I needed to move to New York. I was growing up in Nashville, Tennessee, which I hated. I was born in New York. And I moved back. I got into a theater school, which I hated. And I felt completely rejected from this. I thought, oh, I'd finally be accepted, you know. I could wear pink wigs and people would be like, oh, that's great. Instead of going, why are you doing that, you know? And I was miserable. And I went to Central Park all the time. And I saw this guy in a loincloth and, you know, kind of walking around the tunnel. And I was like, that's kind of weird. But I recognized him because he was on America's Got Talent for like a hot minute, and they made him sound really, really bad. It wasn't his fault. They really like fucked up his sound system, and people were mocking him and screaming. You know, it was horrible. It was like he was being, and I saw that randomly, and so I had a certain kind of response to him at the time that wasn't really very positive because it made him look bad. And I was very egotistical and all that stuff. I was young. And then I'd see him, and then one time I saw him just standing there in his space with all this stuff set up in the middle of the tunnel with a red feather in his hair and nothing on but like a gold loincloth and beautiful legs and he was just standing there, and I just stood there, and he opened his mouth. So cool. Part of the act. He just opened his mouth, and with this beautiful countertenor voice, which is the kind of voice he has. He's not a falsettist. He's a countertenor. And I didn't know what to do. I was just. And
No,
then,
you did something.
No, and then when he finished, I just started screaming. Like I do. That's how I am. I'm not like that so much anymore, but. And I just ran up to him, just in my crazy enthusiasm, and said, "Oh my God, I love your voice! You're a countertenor! You're so amazing!" And he looked up at me and he said, "You're intelligent," because nobody knew that word. People would say he's a falsettist, he's a you know. And I fell in love instantly, and I said, "I'm going to come back tomorrow and dress up." And he's like,
"She wrecked my life." My life exploded and evaporated in front of my eyes.
So, and I started performing with him like a couple months later, and I kind of quit.
She never stopped. She followed. She came to every show. She quit school. She wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't leave his side. He was very annoyed with me, and he was somebody else at the time, and so he had a life and a house and a little doggy, and and I destroyed everything.
So beautifully.
Yeah, but we always were singing together in this way that was so powerful. It was just my energy was all over the place because I was very young. I didn't know what I was doing, but I played violin and I sang. So, and I went, and he's like, "We could do this together." Because he had a hernia and all these things were happening. His body was falling apart, and so there was just a little space for me to come in, and I did.
I was painting in the middle of Prayformance, so I was basically going into, and so it was crazy. She came into my life exactly at a time that I needed a assistant, somebody to help me.
He was very resistant to it.
Yeah, very.
Because he was.
It was a wild one. I mean, energetically, like, oh my God.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for me.
Yeah.
And I struggled for 5 or 6 years with him.
This is in New York, right? I mean, you said he had a house.
Yeah, he had an apartment and a girlfriend
and a dog.
And a dog. So sweet. And it all just. We got arrested together in that tunnel for playing music.
Dragged out in handcuffs.
We were singing in handcuffs. It's on film.
Yeah, we scared the police. They've never experienced anything like that.
Please don't sing in the prison cell.
I laughed one moment and it hurt both our ears.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, there's this, it was amazing. And within a year, we eloped and just ran away to Europe together because his life had completely fallen apart because we had gotten so close and did some things. And but it was all for the best, and everybody's doing better than they were then, and everybody's in the right place. So, and our music exists, and it still exists, and here we are today.
Yay!
Okay.
We love Sylvia, by the way.
Sylvia's awesome. We love Sylvia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yay! 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 Oh.
Are you guys having another event coming up soon?
We're doing things with Scott.
This is very important.
Hey, Scott. And we have a new space. It's Fifth and Folsom. It's called Gold Hive. 5,000 square feet.
Woo!
and it's going to be a private social club.
Sound fields you create are very complex.
Thank you.
And weaving, and that's how because I'm a sound engineer, so that's how I hear things. And I notice how you both project so well that your voices are basically omnidirectional.
Yeah. Can you do that? It's like, I get really excited. I get really excited. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, super. It's like, oh, be back.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Thank you. A friend of mine gave it to me.
Arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. You've worked really hard.
Yeah, you have.
You've worked really hard.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it feels really. I finally feel like.
Feel the ripening.
Yeah, I can finally feel like. Of course, it's always going to continue happening.
Right.
But it.
We did an artist way
But it.
mission control, and it turned into us going.
But it's finally moving forward and up, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it. You know, like I'm able to improvise with you and not be afraid of like, what are we doing? I don't know.
Let's find out.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, there's something in that, and I'm in that same kind of arrival to the understanding that whatever vision we hold, whatever the dream is that we think is the arrival place, sometimes the thing that prevents even thinking we're getting close to an on-ramp towards that dream is when there's a rigidity. And for me, learning to soften what it might look like, being open to a new dream kind of thing, actually makes that vision even come closer.
Right.
That's right. Even as good as we are at seeing the vision and reverse engineering, I know where I know where I'm going to be. You get some ideas, Cirque du Soleil, so these things help build these visions, and you start to reverse engineer it so that you can get there. Or Spirit takes us in like so many different directions.
And I see from the spring and the summertime, I was very much like, we're going to do it this way. We're going to go to London in the spring and do this thing with James, and I don't know where we're going to do it, but we're going to do it, and we're going to fucking do it.
And that's good too. That's a necessary part of the journey is having that same relationship to softening and rigidity and softening. So there's no wasted energy. You guys have carved out something so unique and did it in such a broad range of venue choosings that you're kind of protected from some. I was just talking to Nancy about that. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, some director would be like, "Oh, perfect," and we'll shape them for what we need. And you would have been in a more vulnerable place then, and you'd been like, yeah, we just want to be loved, we want to be supported.
Please accept us.
We'll do, we'll shape our, and so as a result, now you have this very unique signature that touches people in an honest place because you guys developed this organically.
Oh, magical.
Wasn't that magical? It adds just this whole other, what's going to happen next?
Thoth and I played on the streets of San Francisco 4 years ago.
Nice.
So these spirals, they're kind of a circle, but it's a spiral because here we are in different.
Here we are. Right where we started.
Yeah,
our
right
music,
where we started.
Everything changes when you come in, but it doesn't change because I can let go of my violin. I don't have to hold everything so hard, and I have to constantly remind myself that I don't have to hold anymore.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting thing.
You guys
harmonize and build off of each other so well.
Thank you. Thank you. It felt really good.
Mostly in the Bay Area.
It looked really good. It sounded really good.
Thank you. It felt fantastic. Bye, Nana. I'll be in touch. We'll have dinner too. I love you. Bye.
Oh, hey.
Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hey, what's up? I love you.
I didn't know you were here.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. I just saw you.
What's up? What are you doing here?
You look beautiful.
I was at a memorial earlier, so I'm kind of
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye. Oh, thank you. Yay! What a wonderful thing to say. Thank you.
Major milestone of the mission control community. It was responsible for mission control actually surviving. This guy Michael.
As his hive sound.
Oh my God!
And we can have, everybody could have this sound.
Duh! Why didn't I ever think of that? Why didn't I think of
he
that?
thought of it. It's
you
fine.
did?
Now we need to make them for it. We need to get these made.
They saw us use this before, so that's what's happening.
Oh, you've never seen us use this thing before?
This is the first. So that's what's
that's-
going on.
Oh, and that artwork thing that you posted on Facebook. What was that? They're like really beautiful pictures of flowers. Amazing.
Yeah, imagine a projector like
All
30
over
feet high.
the ooh.
Like the dancers coming out, like slow motion, like the butterflies. And let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it.
So I'm just saying your voice is just so pure. It's just, I just love it so much. It's like a songbird.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your makeup thing you do is just
Thank you.
crazy awesome how
Thank
you
you.
just like do something different all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just extraordinary.
Thank you. I love doing. I like to challenge myself to do different things every day.
Puffins.
Puffins.
Oh.
They're yummy.
They're my naughty thing.
Thank you, Sylvia. She's so happy.
I am, because I'm eating puffins. No, that's not why.
That's not why. Why are you happy?
I am happy because we had great fun today.
That was so much fun.
And I'm happy because you're happy and that you felt held, that we got to experience and everybody enjoyed so much.
Yeah, they did.
And I love to share my home. I love that I got to play with you a little bit.
That was so fun.
So fun.
That was so
Everything
spontaneous
was
and
fun.
cool. Yeah. It really
Yeah,
was
people were
cool.
like, that was you never played again. Nope.
That's how it goes. Just do
We had our
it. You
little
just do
duet.
it with confidence.
Do
it.
Yeah,
Just fucking do it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sylvia. It's really
Thank you,
amazing.
Sylvia.